Omidvar.
Thank you, Chair. Can you hear me?
Excellent. Go ahead, please, Senator.
Thank you so much. So my question is either to Mr. Halliday or his colleague, and it's a simple question. Now that the schedule of chemicals will be removed from our legislation because there is the master list of the CWC, how will the Parliament consult with Canadian stakeholders and inform Parliament when additions are made to the list at the CWC?
Mr. Halliday.
Thank you, Senator. Any edits to the schedule henceforth will actually still be subject to adoption, if I believe the term is correct, per the terms of the tabling of treaties in Parliament rules. So as we actually did for this amendment, we will table any amendments to the schedule in Parliament for adoption for 21 sitting days. That will be before a formal adoption by the Governor and Council. That will, as I said, that happened in the previous round in early 2020, and it will happen again should there be subsequent amendments. In terms of the Canadian public, we also do post the schedules through direct links to the OPCW website on the special website of the Canadian National Authority, a resource for Canadian industry affected by the CWC Implementation Act. Thank you.
So quick follow-up. I imagine any additions, deletions to the schedule are of great interest to Canadian industry. How is Canadian industry not just informed, but consulted looking forward when additions are made? How will they be consulted?
Go ahead, Mr. Halliday.
Thank you. This will actually, and this comes to the point between the difference between Schedule 1 and the other Schedules 2 and 3. If something is a Schedule 1 chemical or could have the potential to be a Schedule 1 chemical, and this isn't purely a Canadian judgment, the Scientific Advisory Board of the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemicals analyzes this as well. And so there are specific guidelines for what is or is not or what could or could not be a Schedule 1 chemical. And if a Schedule 1 chemical exists, it is not useful in Canadian industry, at all. So if we are planning on proposing or on agreeing to an amendment to the schedules, if it is Schedule 1, we will consult very closely with Defense, for example, who will have a stake in that. If something is going to be added to Schedule 2, however, or Schedule 3, that will indeed require a much broader industry consultation with whom we'll work both through the Canadian National Authority and our own inroads in various companies. We also have other colleagues in Industry Canada or in the export-import controls side of things at Global Affairs who can respond, who have contacts in industry associations, etc. But again, Schedule 1 essentially has zero impact on industry, so that consultation is much less necessary. Though if it does come up for Schedule 2 or 3, this is absolutely a critical component. Thank you.
Thank you.